Hi, my name is Beth Burks, and I'm excited to be here with Roger Bullington. Roger is the President and General Manager for Chief Construction and Development, and we are continuing to talk about our 70th year as Chief is celebrating our anniversary. And so it's exciting to be with Roger because it was Chief Construction that actually started the foundation of Chief Industries as we know today. And so I wanted to get some of your perspective today as well. And as we think about looking back over the last 7 decades, what are some of the things that you look at as your milestones, or as you look back, what are some of the things that you've seen that has helped transform Chief as we know it today?
I think when Chief organized it in 1954, they were a remodeling contractor. And then they transitioned that to a full-fledged general contractor. And one of the things they brought to the construction in Nebraska was the design-build method of delivery method. And that would be combined in the architectural services and the general contract as a bundled solution to the client, which they gave them a more cost-competitive solution to their builds. And that was probably one of the first things that that Chief Construction brought to Nebraska was the design build. They were the early innovator of that delivery method. And we continue that today in utilizing the design build method as a solution to our clientele's build needs.
You know, one thing that I know you and I have talked about before, but I think is really unique. When I talked with DJ, we already understand that there have only been 3 CEOs for Chief Industries overall. But that same theme applies to Chief Construction. How many leaders has Chief Construction had over the years?
Chief Construction over the last 70 years has had only 5 general managers or presidents, which is really unprecedented in the construction industry. Construction usually has a lot of turnover and that stuff, but what is kind of really characteristic of Chief Construction is a bunch of loyal, long-term, experienced employees. And that kind of bodes also with the family characteristics of Chief Industries. And we have a lot of employees that have been here 20, 30, 40 years. And that kind of goes up and down the organization.
And with Chief Construction, it started out with moving into design build and then a little construction management. And a lot of times we're working with key organizations in our communities. But how has some of the industries that you're building for changed over the last couple decades?
I think the clientele has become more involved with their build solutions. And there's a lot more options and that stuff. And so what we've done is gone to like a lot more 3D renderings, video walkthroughs to be able to have the clientele visualize their builds so that they can make better decisions up front earlier while it's still in the design phases versus after it's halfway built and then it isn't what the clientele wanted. And then that's when your change orders and your costs go up. So we try and eliminate a lot of that and go up front with the design solutions in a digital format.
Absolutely. You talk about digital. Clearly, we continue to innovate. We continue to move forward. There's lots going on in the construction industry. But not only that, Chief Construction's taken it one step further, kind of down the line with Chief Development. Can you talk a little bit about maybe that first development project and how Chief even got into that world?
Yeah, in 2011, we were asked to participate in a development down in the West Haymarket part of Lincoln, which gave the Canopy Street and the West Haymarket and the rail yard districts. And Chief was the developer on that. And when we started the development and investment on 2011, in 2012, we combined that with our construction division. So then that way we can take to our clientele a build-to-suit solution where we bring other investors in or Chief owned, anything to give that client more options to make sure that it hit with their budget or their schedule and things like that. So combining the development arm with the construction arm gave a lot of flexibility and cost effectiveness to the clientele.
And so obviously with the development side, it continues to grow the business, it continues to grow your team, which I think also bodes well to how Chief Construction's locations have continued to grow. Where does Chief now all have offices out of?
We have construction offices in Lincoln, We started one up in Hastings in this last summer. In North Platte, we're going to be opening one up there in the spring. Of course, we got the Grand Island headquarters, and then we've been in Kearney for the last 10, 12 years, but we are moving to a new location on UNK's campus at the new University Village development site and we're going in the new UNK Regional Engagement Center, which allows us to have our team on campus, and then that way we can recruit internships, have part-time employees, and have our Kearney team locate out of that headquarters.
The facilities are beautiful, so it's really exciting to see the construction process that Chief puts up and you guys are moving into. So that's an exciting piece for Chief Construction as well. And with that, you guys are constantly keeping up with industry trends. There's obviously alliances that you alliance yourself with, the organization. What do some of those look like where you are getting some of this information from really across the United States?
We became members of the Associated General Contractors, the AGC, probably about 10 years ago. We've taken a leadership position with the AGC versus board participation, and then also participation in some of their other programs. And the AGC gives out Build Nebraska awards, and last fall we were able to win 2 Build Nebraska projects for local projects in Grand Island, and we also won 2 Quality People awards with 2 members of our leadership team winning those coveted awards.
Very well deserved, absolutely. And so again, not only are you across the United States looking at these industry trends, but you're also really looking locally. You guys partner a lot with chambers and EDCs. What's the purpose behind those partnerships?
We want to be a community partner. When we go and develop or even do construction solutions, a lot of times it is fitting a build solution to a community need or a business need. So combining those two really helps communities grow, and by becoming partners with the local chamber, the local economic development corporation, we financially support them because we approve and support their missions, and it's a part of helping those communities grow.
So now we also kind of want to look forward. You know, we've done 70 years, and so we want to look at the next 7 years, the next 70 years. What are some of the key things that you're looking at for opportunities within the construction industry?
That's a great question. And one of the reasons why we're going into these communities and planting a flag with a fixed office. We need to recruit in those communities, get community partners as employees in those communities so we can help build them. And so what we really need is young, energetic, qualified employees to help us grow and help those communities grow.
Well, thank you so much to Roger Bullington. It was exciting to hear his insight over the success Chief has had over the last 70 years, and we're looking forward to what the next 70 years brings.
Thanks, Beth. Yes. Really proud and passionate about Chief Construction and what our successes have been in bringing it to our clientele and the communities, and we're looking forward to even more successful decades to come in the future.